You are welcome to our program today, Woman, a Blessing for Humanity. Today we are going to talk about Mrs. Noah, a quiet power behind a successful man. The Bible did not mention the name of Mrs. Noah. But when we study the Bible critically and we understand what Noah actually went through and the work that was done, then we know that somebody actually supported him for that success. The Bible said in the book of Genesis chapter 6 that the earth was full of wickedness and God couldn't bear it any longer. So God decided to wipe away from the face of the earth everything he has created. But the Bible says God sees upon the face of the earth that Noah was just. And when Noah was just, God decided to give him a special task. And what was that task? Task of building an ark. Noah was to build an ark in a situation or in an environment in which rain had never fallen before. And so to everybody around, Noah was like a man who was insane, who did not have his mind. He had preached, he had convinced people, but nobody was ready to accept. But you know what? Noah had a wife. Though nobody mentioned that woman's name, but without doubt, we know that she was the quiet power behind the success of Noah. If Mrs. Noah had spoken evil, or she has not been convinced, or she has not given the power and the courage to the husband, despite the mockery, despite the way people were making jest of them, Noah might have been maybe discouraged, but Mrs. Noah supported the husband. The husband was able to build the ark. Not only that he was the only one building the ark, but Mrs. Noah was also there to give him encouragement, to give him the push when he was getting discouraged. Not that alone. In fact, the Bible tells us in the book of Genesis chapter 6 verse 18, but with thee, God says, will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. Yes, Noah found grace in the sight of God. But God will not force Noah's wife to enter into ark, because Lot's wife also left Sodom and Gomorrah, but she looked back. Lot couldn't help the wife. But in the case of Noah's wife, she believed. She endured the mockery. She convinced her children also to accept that truth. She collaborated with her husband. She gave him the boost he needed. The ark was done, and at the right time, the Bible says in the book of Genesis chapter 7 verse 7, and Noah went in, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood. The Mrs. Noah was not an hindrance to the success of Noah. Rather, she was a quiet power that gave him the success in his ministry. And you, young woman, or a married woman, listen to me. Who are you? Are you giving a power to your husband or to people around you to succeed? Or you are dragging them back from their success? Don't forget, you have been created to be a blessing to humanity. Give support. It shall be well with you.